Yeah. Joslyn, you're up if you're available to talk.
Thank you. I'm so grateful that you guys have allowed us to speak again because and I'm so sorry, but I just got word that one of our beloved members of the homeless community has passed away. And that was, this anti-camping ordinance, you do have an opportunity to do something about it. And people are literally dying through enforcement of it. We've seen the city police ramp up efforts. I haven't been down there because I've been unable to with my leg, but I get people all the time commenting that now they're coming down when we're down there, so they're not even able to eat anymore. And I just think of what a horrible, horrible thing to be known for in this city is how we treat our most vulnerable. And I just would encourage you until we have something else. Now during the day, we don't even have a day room for them. And so it's been really difficult. The whole community has stepped up to feed. And that's been a beautiful thing about the city of Bremerton is the community is absolutely incredible. But we really need a moratorium because people are just dying. They're just dying. So thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else in the audience who would like to comment?
Jose Camacho, Francis Smith Cove, Rock the Block. This is a statute which I believe the city has violated. Title 18, USC, Section 242. It states and requires, I'm quoting, there's an ellipsis in there. Whoever, under color of any law, statute, ordinance, regulation, or custom, willfully subjects any person in any state, territory, commonwealth, possession, or district to the deprivation of any rights, privileges, or immunities secured or protected by the Constitution or laws of the United States shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 1 year or both. It goes on. The so-called pause on free speech at the public forum of Norm Dix has been a sham for the last 6-7 months. It's actually a cover-up. The city, what you hear Jane describe as the reason for people to come up here is actually mostly false. Rosenblatt versus Baer says criticism of government is at the core of free speech, the First Amendment, in fact, of democracy. So for the past 7 or so months, what we've heard from the attorney and council members has been a cover-up because we've criticized DCD rigging, Sound West Group projects, and processes.
Thank you. Is there somebody else who would like to comment on any issue that the city council can address for you?
Mary Lou Long, longtime resident of Bremerton's. I'd like to suggest that we all think about a family tree, a big oak tree with many, many branches and a deep root system. And with that, I would like you to think that we are one of those branches of that oak tree. And we all feed off the same root system. And with that, I would like to pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. It is now our 250th bicentennial or whatever it is. Anyway, so if anyone would like to stand and pledge allegiance with me, I'd ask you to join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. It's really important for all of us to keep remembering that, and that's why I keep coming to the council and asking for them to start our public meetings with the Pledge of Allegiance as a formal opening. We all want to live together in this wonderful family tree and speak to issues that concern us all. So I thank you for really bringing this back, the public speaking. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Is there anybody else who would like to comment?
I'm Robin Weldon. I first would like to adopt and incorporate Joslyn de la Madrid's comment and Jose Camacho's comment. To add to that, this whole thing started with a 21-page letter from Soundwest Group on September 9th. In it, they asked them to call us hostile and brazen, put exhibits of our social media, my art, Jose's comments that actually had links to public records that proved exactly what he said. And they asked you to make us be respectful. And then came the 24th, the meeting on the 24th, where there was a session where you said it was emotionally draining, complaining, then finally came up with an idea that, oh, okay, we're going to say we need to keep staff safe. I can't go through it all because I only have 90 seconds, but I would like to ask everyone to go to Friends of Smith Cove and Evergreen Park YouTube channel to be able to see the entirety of it.
Thank you. Is there somebody else who would like to speak?
Michael Simons, District 3. Thank you for doing the job that you guys do. That's it. You guys are barely paid, and you guys are doing an amazing job trying to make things work while being hurled accusations. And I think that you guys don't hear thank you enough. So there you go.
Thank you. Is there somebody else who would like to make a public comment? Okay, let's.
Point of order, Council
Point of
President.
order. Can please have that discussion outside council chambers? Thank you. Yes, hello.
Dear City Council members, thank you as always for your service. I'm Sally Hass, a property owner in East Bremerton and member of the Sheridan Community Alliance. I became involved in all things about our homeless population and the services provided in Bremerton last October when I learned about the proposal to locate pallet sheds in East Bremerton. In my education, I learned a little about the historic and positive relationship our city has had with the Bremerton Housing Authority. It seems that that relationship is both a partnership and a contractual one. In making the following statement, I'm alleging no wrongdoing. I do not have the financial figures of the amount of the money that is in direct payment to the Housing Authority from the city. But when we consider all the services and gift exemption of property tax, I'm not even sure our city accountants have accounted for the size of the expenditure. I'm here tonight to request that you consider at the next opportunity for an open position on the board of directors for the Bremerton Housing Authority, that one of our council members fill that position, or that you appoint someone that will provide oversight on city and taxpayer dollars. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there somebody else who would like to give community comment?
Hi. Council President Robelowski and members of the City Council, thank you for the opportunity to speak tonight. Over the years, I've communicated with this council in many ways: emails, your community meetings, coffee conversations, committee meetings that I listen to, and public testimony. In each of those settings, you have listened, responded, and engaged, and I am grateful for that. Last year, when you suspended the public input portion of council meetings, I supported that decision. The testimony dominating those meetings had become inflammatory, and healthy public discourse requires mutual respect. Thomas Jefferson wrote that educating and informing the people is the only sure reliance for the preservation of our liberty. I believe that. I support a democratic process built on genuine, two-way dialogue, whether we agree or not. A healthy democracy requires transparency, trust, and respect. As residents, we have a responsibility to speak honestly and respectfully to those in power. I commit to holding myself to that standard, and I hope all of us, residents and elected officials alike, will do the same. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else who would like to make public comments?
I'm Teresa Walker. I'd like to speak in support of reestablishing the legal Bremerton fireworks discharge day back to only July 4th. When the council added July 3rd, I believe the members envisioned a happy, law-abiding family that would light off in their driveway only safe and sane, quiet ground fireworks, enjoying kids with sparklers, with a water hose handy nearby. The trouble with this utopic view is that it ignores the realities within the city. Instead, imagine my neighborhood where there are at least 3 full city blocks of 2- and 3-story apartment buildings with hundreds of tenants. Every year, young men and teens illegally discharge in the city streets aerial and explosive fireworks and fountains spitting sparks as high as cars. The fireworks embers ignite fires on local residents' property and apartment grounds. Vehicles must drive over hot embers and active fireworks spitting sparks. The noise and fire danger occurs at all hours, even in the middle of the night. There is little or no police assistance to enforce the law because police are stretched too thin to respond, especially July 3rd and 4th. In the Public Safety Committee meeting this week, one of the council members indicated that fireworks discharged late into July 3rd was no problem, since school kids did not have school the next day. This again is a utopic view of who lives in Bremerton and who loses sleep in these expanded discharge hours. What about people who work on holidays like hospitals?
Thank you very much. Is there anybody else who would like to join in with community comments?
Naomi Levine. I had a wonderful time at art night recently, and I have a continued complaint about bathroom access. Specifically, I had a phenomenal sandwich while I was on Quincy Square, and my hands got really messy because a good sandwich is a messy sandwich. And without bothering Michael Goodnow in his establishment to ask to use his sink, because I thought that'd be rude since I didn't buy a ticket, I'm sure it would have been fine, I had to go seek out a bathroom to wash my hands. And I knew the nearest bathroom to me was going to be down by the waterfront that I could for sure get to without having to get my hands all over people's businesses. And it was a bit of a walk. Now, I have the privilege of a body that can do that, of time and leisure to be able to do that, but it would be really frustrating for anybody who was maybe in a hurry that evening, or for anybody who wasn't able-bodied enough to be able to do that, or who, unlike me, doesn't know that there are sinks down by the waterfront. So it would be nice if, for other events, and including FIFA, if at a bare minimum we could have some of those outdoor sinks up at Quincy Square, because that is going to be a public health hazard if you don't. But I also strongly recommend more bathrooms. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else who would like to make a comment tonight? Okay, seeing as there's no other comments, this concludes tonight's regular council business meeting. Meeting is adjourned.